You and your riding buddy have been working really hard together, aiming for that big event that you've got penciled in on the calendar. You're both really looking forward to getting stuck in.
Yep, you're pretty well matched. You've been training hard together. You're really looking forward to putting in a really strong ride. Everything's prepared, get started, but after 30 minutes, something goes a bit wrong.
Your buddy just isn't feeling it, and you don't know why. He's having one of those really freak bad days. We've all had them, we've all been there. But how do you get through a day like this?
Now, communication is probably the most important thing, but it can be hard to get the balance right. You want your buddy to know that you're there for them without emphasising the fact that you feel much better than they do.
Now, obviously they're your mate, so you'll understand how best to approach them. But in my experience, a calm, gentle and encouraging voice works best.
Yep, something along the lines of breaking the ride down into smaller chunks works well. For example, 500 metres to the top of the climb, or don't worry, feed station's in the next valley. Just emphasise the good points because it's not all doom and gloom.
No, it's all about being positive. And once you pass this initial phase of communication, you get a better understanding of how they're feeling and how you're going to be best able to help them throughout the day.
You want your mate to believe that it's just a phase that will pass and they'll return to their usual ability and feel fantastic before the end of the ride. Hopefully I will.
Oh, I thought I was the one that was feeling bad.
Right, can we slow down?
Pacing is going to be really important to getting through a day like this. You're really going to need to pay attention to efficiently help your buddy.
Yep, you want to aim for a pace that's a little bit higher than the one they want to maintain. I mean, after all, you want to push them a little bit, but without ever letting a gap open up between you. You want to encourage them to ride faster than they think they can. After all, you are evenly matched.
The idea is to squeeze slightly harder on the pedals than you were before. Don't forget, your buddy's just as fit as you are. They're just having a bad day. Be cautious to never let a gap open up between you, as this could be incredibly disheartening. And we want to avoid that. The idea is to help them, not to demoralise them that you're feeling stronger than they are. There's no need to show off here today.
Force them to eat and drink.
Now, whilst they may not need it at that moment, when you're feeling rough out on the bike, eating and drinking is often one of the first things people forget to do. Taking a few moments out to eat and drink can really help to perk you up when you're feeling rough.
Oh, thanks,
Come on,
Trish.
Emma, keep eating.
Oh,
Come on, you're doing great.
That's delicious.
Do you need another bottle?
Thanks. If you have no food on you, a stop is important to schedule in as soon as possible. It can really help make a difference, especially later on in the ride.
Now, I'm not sure what it is about a nature break, but I personally always found pulling over, stopping and going for a quick wee did more for me than anything else on a rotten day.
Yeah, if you're really not feeling it on the bike, then stopping, unclipping for a short time and relaxing can be a huge relief. Not to mention the relief you feel when you're desperate for a pee.
Maybe it's that your body recovers just enough to help kickstart you for the rest of the day. Perhaps you could even tie it in with a little light stretching, but don't spend too long lingering. You want to keep it short and snappy. Keep the momentum in your rides. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. We briefly touched on this before, but having a quick stretch, which can be done on the bike or at the roadside, can help your buddy to feel way better.
The relaxed breathing and the focused motion of the stretches can make a big difference to help you get through this horrible, long, sloggy day.
Yeah, now you mention it, my back could really do with stretching on my back.
Maybe we should just pull over.
Yeah, is that all right? Sorry.
Cool, that's a good idea. Assisting your riding pal can be a difficult balancing act to get right. You want to avoid them thinking they're being physically pushed up the hill.
Yeah, but you could start by offering to carry any extras they have on them. Bottles, food, clothing. You could easily lighten their load by up to 2 kilos, and that will make a big difference on any climbs and as the ride goes on.
If this doesn't work, you could start by applying a hand to their back. You don't actually want to be pushing them, but just resting your hand on their back could ease their effort by around 10%.
Yeah, but I would use this as kind of a last resort because once you start to push someone, it's unlikely that they will recover mentally.
In reality, you're not going to turn someone's bad day into a really good one. But hopefully the tips we've touched on here today should help you coach them through what was otherwise a really tough day out. And they will absolutely thank you for it.
Stick with them, be patient, and remind each other why you're there.
For more tips on sportive preparation, why not click over here?